It's yours truly, Ricovibes, back with another edition of Take 5. I've got the special honor of introducing to y'all who may not know her, MBR.
Right.
How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
What does MBR mean?
Mineral Boss Records.
Mineral Boss Records. I know about, 5 years ago you guys came up with a boom rhythm. Was it Money?
Money Boss Rhythm.
Money Boss Rhythm.
2016.
Was it 2016?
It's 2016, yeah.
And one of the hits off of there was Movado
Movado
Progress.
Yeah.
We use that here in Atlanta too.
Oh, yeah.
There's a Progress Crew.
Oh.
And that's their theme song.
Yes.
Yep. How did that rhythm come about?
I made it,
You made it?
personally.
Really?
I walked, it took me 2.5 years because that was my first rhythm, and I actually wanted to be involved in our production so much that I wanted to learn the highs and lows of everything.
Gotcha.
So I spent 2 years, Super Hype, I don't know if you're familiar with him, Steven.
Yeah.
Him, he helped me like countless times. I had to interrupt him, stay in Jamaica on his time so that he could compile it and put, because he had experience more with the engineering work.
Gotcha.
So him and Justice helped. So yeah.
Was that your first rhythm?
No, it wasn't our first. The first rhythm we had was Party Rhythm.
Okay.
And Party Rhythm, we had a hit from QQ named Shook Them Away, and that was
Yeah, I remember that one.
2013, I want to say. 2013, 2012.
So this is what you always wanted to do? You always wanted to be in
Yeah,
the
I
business?
always wanted to do in business. Like Mineral Boss Records, we've been up and running from 2009.
Okay.
2009.
Who was the first artist that you recorded? Do you remember?
Well, my husband, he's deceased now. The first one he recorded, I think, was Richie Spice.
Okay.
Richie Spice, and then Chuck Fender.
Gotcha.
So Can Cool, yeah. And Anthony Cruz, and therefore, yeah.
Oh, the whole Fifth Element family?
Yeah, the whole Fifth Element, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're really cool with him, yeah.
So after he passed, how did you find the strength or motivation to continue?
Actually, before he even passed, it was always, I was always the business. He wanted to be an artist. So,
gotcha.
Mineral Boss is me, Corey is the artist.
Gotcha.
But then because of the label name, Mineral Boss Records, they would say MBR Boss and MBR Boss Lady. So I was always the one who was doing the work, doing the business part.
Wow.
So it's not that I never stopped, it's just that I became a loner. So he used to help. We're international. So that means in the Caribbean and United States and Europe, all over. So once he deceased, the work kind of got strenuous on me because I have to be here, there, when he could handle the Caribbean side and I could handle more the international side. So it's like I would do some things here, he would do things there, and then we'll compile it. So that's what made it.
How do you feel being a woman in the business? It's really a male-dominated business.
It is a male-dominated, but I stand up in the paint pretty well because obviously, like I said, our brand, Mineral Boss Records, MBR, we do productions too, so we promote.
Oh, see, for different artists. Okay.
Right, so also that's why I say over here, I would keep stage shows with the said artists that we voiced.
Got it.
So it was a open, closed door kind of, deal. Yeah.
What are you doing now?
I'm still doing the same thing.
Really?
Productions, producing. I keep the any big shows you see floating around. I'm responsible. Pretty much, yeah.
I guess you're a fan of Mr. T.
Well, actually, when you're in the music business, you have to have an image.
Right.
So this is my image overall. My image is this as the producer, as the boss lady,
But you have to have security with you at all times, I'm sure.
Well, not really, because as I said, it's just branding.
Okay.
A lot of people think I should be walking around with millions on my neck. I mean, there are a few, but this is pretty much like to brand stay in your brand, So MBR, and then you have Mineral Boss Lady, and I have one that says Mineral Boss Records, and he had one that said MBR Boss. So this is the way. It's a part of our image for the brand.
So once we see that, we know that's you.
It stains in your head. You walk and you read MBR. So next thing when you hear MBR, whether it's in a song or whatever, you relate back to one of we. So it's just a way to stain, you know, your brand. So yes.
How did COVID affect your brand at all? Or?
COVID did not affect me. COVID actually did wonderful things for my label. Why I'm going to say that? As I told you, from 2009, we've been doing stage shows, but through the world is so populated, it's hard to be heard or seen.
Sure.
So I still had the same retributions, the same connections to keep going. So a lot of places and people closed down when I passed because I went through all the inspections, so I didn't get stoppage to start. So then now I surfaced above many, and then you were able to see, oh God, and then when you do your history, she's been doing this, you know, it's not new, it's not like, you know, COVID, it's that I was overshadowed by so many in the industry doing it, which probably had a larger base and everything. That's why I say MBR. I always say MBR is quality over quantity. So not because I had the millions where I could keep like the Rolling Loud or, you know, but I always had successful big events from 2009 up until today's date. Yes.
So where are you primarily based? Are you based in Jamaica or are you based
in Florida? Not in Jamaica. Okay. I haven't. I used to be based in both. Okay. We both were 6 months in and 6 months out, and after the decease of him, yeah.
What is it like doing, you know, because people say you can't be a popular or a successful producer living in foreign.
Untrue.
Okay, because that's the old myth.
That's the old myth, because they say you have to bust from home.
Correct.
So that was another thing when I was telling you why we were so good, Universe, because when I'm over here 2 weeks in, 2 weeks out per se, and he's over there, he's still keeping the ground, but we've developed a team. So with that being said, I have a team on the ground, so it doesn't delay my process. So yes, I have a road team out there who's in the dance hall. With the COVID now, COVID has really shut down Jamaica really much, but I'm still in contact with the disc jockeys or work, because like I said, most of them I would book to come to events over here as well. So
getting your music played on radio stations there is not an issue.
No, it's not an issue. In the past, there's an issue, and the issue that I had, a lot of the disc jockeys, they want to be paid.
Of course.
And I feel like I'm not going to pay you because what are you going to do? Just play, you know, if you have good music, eventually they can't go around it.
But isn't that a common practice in the industry, period?
To them it is.
To them it is.
To them it is. But if you have a love for something and you're a DJ, you play good music.
Correct.
You don't look to be paid because you're already getting paid in another sense, form, or shape. You know, whether you get booked for an event or something, you just do that. You love music, you naturally spread the love, you know. Our music is put out there to grow, to expand, to get exposure, and that's what I think. So I don't entertain them with that. You know, let me feel like I might want to say, oh, buy yourself a drink, you know. You've done so well by, you know, helping showcase me or whatever, but don't try to extort me. It's not going to happen. That's why I try to put out good quality music, longevity music, music that everybody can listen to. That's what MBR produces. I produce where kids, grandparents, young, old, everybody can relate to real life situations and just music. You know?
I saw some comments from Beanie Man yesterday. He was talking about bashment versus dancehall. You know, as a producer in the business, and of course you help shape the industry. How do you feel about that?
Beanie Man is legendary. To each his own.
Do you think there's a difference between bashment and dancehall?
Yeah, there is a difference, because bashment is, you know, more of a uppity. I think they try to get it confused, especially the old and new, because everybody get caught up in lingo. So the lingo is being carried away incorrectly. Yes, I would agree with that. Yes, sir.
Talk about your latest project.
Oh, my latest project. Okay, coming up, I have a song and video done by Slick White Line and Blizzy Italian.
Slick White Line is obviously an upcoming established
comedian who now said to be stepping into the artist industry. So
is that natural?
I mean, everybody feel different ways
Right,
within
right,
themselves. Because,
right.
like I said, I've seen recently since COVID, I've seen promoters saying they're promoters and not promoters. I've seen producers claiming to be producers, but
They're
not
really.
producers.
Gotcha,
So
gotcha.
I guess people walk and say and do
Right.
as they feel. I have had the help of, you know, when I spoke to Slick, you know, to say, listen, what do you have going on? Is this licensed? Is this? So he's on the right track, definitely, because I am a high-end brand. So I want to make sure everything is done right when we're moving forward. So he's definitely an artist now. If he wasn't, he's an artist now. So
Is this his first release officially?
this will be his first official release. He's released prior to, you know,
Yeah.
probably joking around TikTok and, you know, doing what he does on his platform, but this will be his first official.
So this is MBR, Slick White Line,
And
and
Blizzy
Blizzy
Italian, yes.
What a collaboration.
What a collaboration.
Is it
I am
dancehall? Is
just
it
a pro-
reggae? What
It's
genre is it?
dancehall. It's dancehall.
Okay.
It's dancehall. It's dancehall. It's going to be very interesting. I think everybody's going to love what they come in with because,
Really?
you know, if you know Slick.
He's a comedian.
Exactly. So, you know, it has to be a little
Right,
jokey, you know what I mean?
right,
So that
right.
Blizzy Italian is a great
He is.
artist, a great artist.
He's been on the show before too as well. So.
I see Blizzy going in far places, you know. So
Do you
I
have,
work
you have
with
a
talent.
video? You have a video?
yeah, a video which we have one more shot to be
To complete it?
completed, but there's a video to it and the songs that should be releasing within the next week or so.
So what is your plans in terms of putting some energy behind that?
The energy, I'm so blessed, knock on wood. Once MBR drops something, I usually get the forward.
Good.
I really get the forward, so I don't think that would be an issue. The issue is for the artist them to stay consistent. You know, if they get a jump start, as I said, a lot of people do music for the wrong reason. We're gonna see, because this should be some motivation to see, wow, my music is here, there, and everywhere, and
Right.
everywhere you look,
Right.
you've seen it. So that should be inspiration to say, I want to keep this going and see if I can rise another level, another level,
correct.
and another level. Because one thing with people, once they start seeing the happening in the spotlight, they get comfortable. And that's why I myself, even on that same project, Money Boss Rhythm, I did a song, Deserve It, and I said my main line is that success is not a destination, it's a journey. Which means not because, oh, I got a hit song, I'm comfortable. Because anybody in the industry knows, once you get one hit song, that's basically, you know, you want to get that hit song, you want to go to the Grammy, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So you get comfortable and then you can pretty much live off of that, if you know. But if you love it, you got to keep going. Doesn't matter what you accomplish. If I came to Atlanta and I had a job and I worked, I don't just go sit back. I'm off to the next place, and I'm always running like the Energizer Bunny. You know why? Because the same thing. I'm working for success, you know, and I'm looking for longevity and legacy. So with that being said, I want to leave a good mark and a good stronghold that if I'm not here, at least my legacy will live on based on my works, you know? So I just keep going and going and going. So it doesn't stop. So they should take a page out of my book and keep going, you know. It only motivates you more. Because like I said, everybody do things for different reasons. I have a passion for music. So.
Now, is this project a rhythm or is this the one?
It's a single. This is a single, but I have a rhythm coming.
Of the same?
No, a different juggling.
Okay.
It should be about 3 weeks behind this.
Okay.
And that's gonna be something dancehall.
Really? Who's on that rhythm? Do you mind saying?
I want to.
You don't want to
Who
jump?
wants their name? There's some big hitters out there.
Really?
Trust me. You stay tuned. I'm gonna keep that one under hush hush, but very interesting project. And I will say this about the project: it's a twist of old dancehall and new dancehall. So the rhythm, once you hear the beat, you feel the vibes. It puts you back into originality. Also, right forwarding to the new millennium. So I worked on
Well, what do you think is the difference? Because I grew up in the '90s, of course.
Yes.
And obviously, the music was completely different then to now.
No.
It has the staying power. What do you think is the difference then versus now?
Referencing, quoting myself back to a previous comment in this interview, everybody thinks that they can be a producer. So these waves are being created because the world is so big that I can go online and I can distribute myself. I can do this. All you need is that fateful dollar bill. And once you do this, they're allowed to copyright and wax rubbish. So a lot of the music is just because if you sing something, Rico, you're going to say, oh, this is it. This is bad. This is the best. Nobody could tell you different. So that's what's going on. Everybody's thinking they're the best and they're doing whatever it is to get pushed out here. So then it's a bunch of mumbo jumbo. Some of it is good, some of it doesn't make any sense.
Correct.
Because they don't understand doing the beats, which in America they call it beats, but we call it rhythm.
Correct.
In Jamaica. So you have to know how to sit down on that beat, fly it back, chorus, punchline. It's a lot of work in productions. That's why they have producers. Actually, you can't just say, I'm producing and I'm going to do this project. Because that ear has to be a lot going on. Also, some people have the voice. A lot of people use a lot of auto-tuning. It's wicky-wacky.
Yeah.
So that's what happened. Music just went like a static to me,
Yeah.
That's what it's staticky. So it's mumbo jumbo, but it's a way to get it kinked out. And it's to show you our culture is just being taken from different nationalities, bits and pieces, and blooming like flowers. So that means we have some gold. So all we gotta do is just slow down, link up, unite, hold each other hand.
But is that possible? Because in our culture,
Selfish.
Everybody wants to be the
king.
the king or the queen.
Or nothing. Nobody wants to be the prince or the Dutch or the duke.
And nobody wants to listen.
Nobody wants to listen. Everybody want to be boss and everybody, and they don't know there's a difference between boss and basket. So that is it.
Wow. So you got this song with Blizzy Italian and Slick White Lion. You got the rhythm coming out.
Yes.
What's your goal for those and beyond?
Well, I have two very important projects after those that will be released this year, which already was in catalog.
Okay.
Because it's personal, actually, and that will come up with like my deceased husband, Corey. His birthday, I'm gonna release a song that he personally wrote before. Okay. I'm gonna release that, and then on his death date, of course, he did a whole rhythm that I just didn't release because I kind of shut down for a year and a half after.
Wow.
So I shut down mentally and physically, honestly. I didn't know, what to do, but bringing it back because a piece of it did get out there because it was on his EP, and there's some great talent on it. Okay. So, I could tell you there's talent. There's Beanie Man, Tony Curtis, there's Maka Diamond, there's Anthony B. It's just, a list of, a couple good runners on there. So I'm going to release that in honor of him.
So that's 2021, 2022 and beyond.
Yeah, right there.
And you got videos to accompany those?
Yeah, we have. Well, actually, we started shooting that video for his, so I have a portion or a short clip which I converted into just to be a short. Because I don't want to add nothing to it. I want it to be authentic. Right. So what we have shot, I compiled it, and that's what it's gonna be. So I'm all about originality. There's nothing unrealistic about MBR. Right.
So you worked with Movado, of course. Progress was a big hit.
Yes.
Do you plan on working with him again, or?
Yes, and to be honest, it's me. Movado and I are like this. Do shows, we're in contact, and not only Movado, Dexter, Octane, the whole of the TJ Massacre, which we've worked with previously. But MBR, we have a thing, I have a slogan, MBR, we turn youths in a star. The reason I say that, our interest is more of busting new talent. We have access to anybody in the industry, as you know, because of what I do and how I do it. But my focus, I would like Rico to say, oh, I want to be an artist. And then I work with you and I see you've never been on the scene, you never be, so then I want you to be the next movado. Let me see if I can get you to break through and be that movado. So you understand what I'm saying? Although I know the world is anticipating, you know, that, which can happen.
Right.
It can happen. But like I said, my thing, our slogan is we like to help us young youths towards success. So that's what we focus on. I even do once or twice a year, depending. I do the show Breakthrough Sundays or Breakthrough, which I have a lot of young talent come on. I do it live on Instagram, which is something I capitalized on during the beginning of the pandemic. Where I let these young talents come on and, you know, get them 1 minute, show me what they got, and I collect everyone's information, over 1,000. And some of them I've worked with already. A lot of them I'm in training on my time. I call them up and I watch their video and I say, here, this is what I think you need to work on. And there's also other producers that I link with and I say, hey, his style might be of a Jordan Chimney or a Troyton, or you understand?
So kind of like an artist development.
Yes.
Because I often wonder about that in Jamaica. You see, not to cut you, but you see a lot of artists come up and they don't know how to perform, they don't know how to interview, stuff like that. And I wonder, is there ever a training camp, so to speak?
No, there isn't. So I took that part up because I'm thinking just like you. Let me see what I can do to help, you know, bring a youth into the light of things of what he wants to do. So, and that's what I did. And it's a lot. It's a lot.
What do you want your husband's legacy to be?
His legacy is my legacy. So our legacy is just to put great music, you know, into the world so that our music can change if even one person's life. Because, you know, music, the great Bob said, one thing about music, when it hits you, you feel no pain. So a song that we've produced can help you go through something or even change your life. For instance, The Progress, you know, Octane has one. Success Coming, Wait for It. You know, get to use a lot of strength, a lot of feeling into, you know, not giving up because it's not easy. You know, just realistic things. And that's what I capitalize on. I like to voice originality and authenticity because when I'm voicing and I get a song, I want to feel it. That's the same way I expect you to feel it when you hear it. So I know that there's maybe one thing going through your mind or in your life at a time, and my music is fixed.
So the name of the song with the slick white line, Blizzy Town?
Slim Man versus Fat Man.
Should I ask that first? Slim Man versus Fat Man. So Blizzy is obviously a slim guy. And I wouldn't say Slick is fat, but...
Well, him, for me, see the big belly on the waist, and that's the white line. You think that?
I'm looking forward to the single.
Yes, I am too. It's very interesting. I think everybody will like it. You know, it have a vibe, it's smooth. It have that kick, it's a happy, you know, a happy song. And then we're going to do a lot of, you know.
How long did it take you to put that whole project together?
I mean, it's slick.
It's slick.
It's what he loved to do, so it was fun, it was easy, it was quick, it was, you know. Blizzy, as I said, Blizzy is a talented artist. He take no time, you know, went right into it. So it actually happened pretty quick. I think the more basis was us doing the video shoot from here, there to there, you know, trying to compilate, you know, different places and just trying to make this thing happen and be a great success. So.
Is there any other artists out there that you see that you might want to do some work with?
Actually, 2022, MBR's next futuristic plan. I am going to branch over. I'm going to voice Spanish, country. Really? I'm going to go very international. So I'm out to seek, you know, different productions from different cultures.
Gotcha.
So that's my next mission, you know. And that's what I want to do. I want to be able to bring, as a reggae producer, a different twist. But I want to experience all cultures of music. So even Indian, Gypsy, Maestro, I've been really into like the orchestra lately, really interested. So that, and I'm into orchestra because, like I said, building my rhythms, I like to use raw instrument. I don't want to use the computer thing.
Computerized.
I like to hear those, if you notice, in that same hit rhythm.
Yeah.
And that rhythm hit, not only did a couple songs hit, but the rhythm itself. So it's very key.
Yeah. When you hear the beginning of that rhythm, you identify it right away.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the feel, you know. You could just listen to the rhythm alone without any song being sung on it, and
just
vibe and just take yourself wherever, you know. So that's the goal. Yeah.
Let me shout out to Yellow and the whole U.S. Progress.
Yellow is my friend.
Yeah, because they're the ones who embrace that whole progress. You know?
Yeah, Yellow, tell him your inspiration in our real life.
I got an interview coming up too, so I'm going to ask him that as well.
Yellow is my friend.
Yeah, that's what's up. Well, folks, this is another episode of Take 5. My special guest today was Miss MBR. What do you have to say to your folks before you go?
I just want to say thank you. Just follow us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram T Mineral Boss, Twitter, Facebook Cleon Jones, Slick White Line, Blizzy Italian. The names, they speak for itself, and just look for great things. I mean, we all in this thing together, so if we don't each one teach one and support, I would like you to support MBR music as if it was Drake's music or if it was
we have a problem
Adam
not supporting
Levine.
our own.
Yeah, we have a huge problem in it. But me, I support everybody, and everybody knows MBR I do. I'm the producer that if there's another producer project, I put it up, I show it love, that's me. Because I genuinely love music, and I don't do it with reciprocation. Like, oh, I want you to put up my project. But if we have more unity and stuff like that, we take over the world. Because we're great. Everything Jamaican do, we do great. Absolutely. If we're good, we're good. If we're bad, we're bad. You know it.
Jamaicans get blamed for the bad stuff all the time. You know what I'm saying?
And some of them just love it. Like, I don't know.
Yeah. But Jamaica itself is a culture. You know,
it is a culture.
You know, it's a culture.
So I would like us to embrace each other, you know, more, just show more love, you know. Show more love, show more support, you know. Stream us, you know, tell somebody, tell a friend, ping a friend, like, share, subscribe, just look for support. If you don't have the financial, tell somebody, you know, share it. That's support. You know, people get the wrong definition of support is. You know, it's so many ways to support. So I am BR, Mineral Boss Lady, is just asking for support because I'm providing you with high quality music.
There you go. Enough said. We'll catch you another time on another edition of Take 5.
Thank you, Rico.
You're welcome.